Aurelio, congrats on the big win. What are your overall thoughts over the 90 minutes?
I thought first half was excellent. We moved the ball quickly. We were super aggressive. Created a number of chances. Scored some really nice goals. Really pleased with the first half, and just a little bit concerning the way we started the second half. Speaking with the coaches, the assistant coaches, going into a game like next week, we have to be a lot better than that. We had no control of that first 15 or so minutes in the second half. Just after we scored, then we had a lot better control. But leading up to that, we gave Perth a couple of easy chances, and we have to really tighten up in that area. So it's always a little bit difficult. You're going into half time with such a big advantage. You can always pull the handbrake up a little bit, but we have to really be better than that. But in saying that, super effort. They really have bounced back. It was a game that everyone was really under pressure because we had to win. It was a must win. And at the end of the day, that's what we did, and that's important.
And this win was, I think, the A-League biggest ever win in the competition's history. Just how does it feel to have that kind of title around your belt?
Yeah, well, we don't start the game or the season thinking about those things. They're just part of the evolution and what happened in the game. So I think we've been involved in a couple of those throughout the season. So again, it was nice to score some goals because if we look back at the Central Coast game a few weeks back and Newcastle game, we easily could have had the game done at half time with 3 or 4 goals. Today we took our chances and we took them well.
Like you said, you've got the big game next week. How are you going to try and carry over this momentum from this big win? Because your last win before this game was the 7-0 over Western Sydney. So.
Yeah, well, I think you got to wipe that right out of your mind because that's probably not going to happen again. And they're coming off a couple of losses, so them playing at home is going to be an absolute ding-dong battle, I think, and we have to be prepared for it. Sometimes it's games like this probably won't be pretty, but it's going to be pretty physical, and the teams that stand up to that physicality and able to put their nose in front generally do well. So big game. So that's next week. Let's enjoy it. What's happened today, we have to enjoy it the next couple of days, and then middle of the next week we'll refocus and start planning well for the game against West Sydney.
Why do you think it is that in recent times you either win really big and score heaps of goals, or you just aren't able to finish any chances? There seems to be no in between really in these last few weeks.
Well, I think our CEO Brad Rouse said, "Is there a switch when these sort of things happen?" I said, "We're like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get with us." And it's been one of those seasons. Sure, we'd like to be a little bit more consistent, and we've had a fair bit of inconsistency throughout the year.
Cool. You gave McLaren the nod over Caputo. I was just wondering what your reasoning was behind that.
Well, Mac has had a pretty tough season, and he had a bit of a spell on the bench, and I just thought, it was 4 or 5 games that he's been able to sit back there, take a little bit of pressure off him, and I just thought today was probably the right time to bring him back in. And in saying that, Max has been very, very good. Such a young kid. He's been training with the group for the last couple of seasons, probably 3 seasons, and just the last 6 months he's really developed. His performances over the last 4 or 5 games that he's played, I think it's 5 games, has been great. I think he's had 4 goal involvements in those 5 games, so that's a pretty good return.
Will you be looking to sort of take in this Caputo starting on the bench, McLaren starting now?
Yeah, again, every week's a little bit different. Obviously now Macca's, by scoring tonight, is probably going to have a little bit of rhythm, but we'll just wait and see how people recover. The next couple of days is going to be pretty important. You know, we turn up again tomorrow for the rest of the playing group to train, and the boys who play tonight will recover, and then we'll have a day off and then get into the swing of things next week.
And McLaren, he said that Caputo's going to be the one banging in the goals for the club next season. Is there an update to his contract? Will he stay at the club? Do you want him here?
Well, that's between him and the management. It's not in my control, and again, part of the process, part of the philosophy of the club is that we don't talk about people's contracts. Whenever things get done, they get done, and media and everyone will know when it is done. So that's where we're at today.
And that VAR took more than 4 minutes. What did you make of all that?
Originally, when I saw the goal and the quick replay, I did think that Macca interfered with the goalkeeper, but he was onside, and that was the part I wasn't sure of. So he was onside, and so at the end, that was the absolute correct decision. It must have been pretty close because, you know, you said they looked at it for 4 minutes, so it must have been pretty close.
Yep. And for you to be back now, how does that feel, and to be amongst the group?
Yeah, excellent. First, I must say that my couple of weeks away, I really got to pay massive tribute to assistant coaches, Ralphie, Jamo, Sunder, our goalkeeper coach, our analyst, Patrick and Christian, the medical staff, the high performance staff, because it's never easy when the head coach is away, and they've taken a hell of a lot of a big load while I was absent, and they've done a terrific job. So I really thank them for all their hard work, and you know they got great. Their heart is in the right place. They do everything they can for the players especially, and for the club. So really super proud of the work that they did while I was away.
And pleasing to get Lecky back, and he got through well today.
Yep, no, really pleased. He's had a bit of a stink of a season. Tough for him. Coming back and getting injured, coming back again, re-injuring himself. So it's been pretty tough for him. But you know, his last couple of weeks, he's been super consistent in training. So we managed him again tonight, just with the hour. But we all know what kind of a player Lecky is. He's just a physical animal, and gets himself into really nice positions. He'll make some great forward runs. So really pleased. Hopefully he recovers well over the next couple of days, and it'd be really nice if he can build on this to the rest of the season.
Any injuries coming out of this game?
Besides the odd knock, I haven't heard, but I think everyone's fine at the moment.
Cool.